Lynn.
Here.
Ludwig.
Here.
Smith.
Here.
Woodard.
Please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Agenda item 4, public participation and recognition of guests and communications. I don't think we have any communication tonight, do we? Perfect. Okay. Agenda item 5, consent agenda. Hopefully everybody had a chance to review the consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Motion by Ludwig, seconded by Hicks to approve the consent agenda items as submitted. Hart. Yes. Hicks.
Yes.
Lynn.
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Smith.
Here, yes.
Woodard.
Yes.
Motion carried. Roll call vote 1.
Agenda item 6, OEA report. Ms. Grimm.
It has been a full and fast first quarter. I think for everyone, we were all like, oh, that ends this week. Other than that, I think we're still just waiting to have the discipline committee meeting. And other than that, everything's chugging along. Mr. Mulvaney has been great to work with and our assorted schedules and figuring that out. So the association really appreciates that.
Thank you. Agenda item 7, administrative reports. Mr. Mulvaney.
Couple things that is later on in the agenda, but the maintenance grant is finally come back around. It's on the agenda. I think with the roof work and some of the things that we need to do, and just to remind everybody, that's a matching grant. So the state will give us $50,000. We'd have to spend $50,000 of district funds. It's going to be my recommendation to the board that we apply for that grant. But like I said, that just came out last week. So, but I think it's like due in the middle of December. So something for you to think about. Tax levies coming up. That'll be something that we're having a discussion about too. At our regional superintendent's meeting, which is always the first Monday of every month, we had a report on EAV, and it looks like once again in Vermilion County, farm ground and commercial and residential tax rates are going to continue to go up. Just so you know, our EAV's probably going to go up anywhere from 5 to 8%. So we'll have to figure out how we want to access those funds or how we want to handle the tax levy. And I look forward to getting your opinions on that and how you want me to handle that tax levy. I talked to Dinah. We got our second tax payment in for this year's finances. Typically you get 3, you get 2 big ones, and then you get a small one. The last one came in at the end of September, 2.1 million. So we're almost through with our local assessments that we receive taxes on. I appreciate Luann's conversation about working with me. I think it's been a nice dialogue that we've been able to have and get things worked on. And being an interim superintendent and knowing that you're walking on borrowed time, sometimes that's not an easy thing to do, but the union's been great to work with, and hopefully that we continue to get things done for the district. Other than that, I mean, it's hard to believe it's already October and we're through the first quarter. And I guess when you get old, time flies a lot faster because it's hard to believe. But so far, so good. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm enjoying my time here. So,
Thank you.
Mr. Mulvaney. Curriculum, Ms. Kimbrough.
I don't have anything to add other than my report.
Anybody have any questions from the report? Thank you, Ms. Kimbrough. High school principal, Ms. Smith.
I just want to reiterate the thank you so much to everyone who helped with all the homecoming activities. We can't do it alone, and all of our staff was great about helping out.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. AD, Mr. Steele.
I have my report. Mentioned we're almost through fall sports already and gearing up for winter. One thing that Mr. Mulvaney and I talked about today is there are two assistant coaching positions according to the contract, that the new contract that they are to be paid. That would be an assistant wrestling coach, paid position, and also an assistant baseball coach, paid position. One thing that Mr. Mulvaney and I talked about, we kind of had people that could slide in there. I mean, we have an assistant wrestling coach that was a volunteer. We also have a volunteer assistant baseball coach. But since these are in the new contract, they're paid, does that need to be posted and they need to reapply? From what we gathered today. I did send Diane an email. I don't know if she saw it or not.
Well,
But
we've always had an assistant baseball coach paid.
yes, so from what I understand though, according to the contract, we're adding 2 more.
No, we're adding an assistant wrestling and a second paid assistant baseball.
Right. Yeah.
So as far as reapplying, my conversation with the union is that would have to be an internal posting. I mean, we'd have to post it. As far as reapplying, if the varsity coaches want to interview those 2 individuals, I mean, let's face it. If I was the varsity coach, I'd want to pick who my assistant is. But I think you have to give anybody internally in the district the opportunity to apply for that. So I say we post it internally and we'll see who's interested.
Question.
Yeah.
Last month you presented the coach evaluation. Have you?
Well, one thing that Mr. Mulvaney and I talked about is that it seems to be through, we have to have it unit-wide. So I've spoken to Ms. Johnson a little bit about it at the junior high. I need to talk a little bit more about that to see if we can get that as a full unit.
So that would have to be a tool that we use. We just couldn't use it at the high school. If we're going to evaluate coaches, it'd have to be district-wide, to be fair. So I think that's one of those things where, Zach and Nicole are going to have to sit down and figure out. I think there's obviously there's differences between evaluating a 5th and 6th grade girls basketball coach and evaluating a varsity boys basketball coach. But there's going to have to be a tool that allows us to be fair in both of those. And the criteria is probably going to have to be a little bit different. So putting that together is going to take a little time. And that's probably something that I wouldn't think we would implement this year just because we're putting that tool together. But certainly that would be something that the district would look at to implement going forward next year, I would think.
Okay.
Any other questions, Mr. Steele? Thank you, sir. Pre-K principal, Ms. Lepenis.
So just a couple of public shout outs. First one for Summer Ferris. We want to thank her for organizing another outstanding Dot Day celebration. We always have a lot of fun with that. And a great big thank you to our 5th and 6th grade students for collecting money to support hurricane relief in North Carolina. So we're proud of all of them.
Thank you, Ms. Lepenis. Ms. Acton.
The only thing that did not make my board report is that Chris and Michelle were able to secure a device that we can use at dismissal now. Mrs. Wells and I use our personal devices, our cell phones, to scan cars. And now we have a district device that she can use and then is available for subs to use if like she was absent that day. So thanks to Chris and Michelle for getting that secured for us.
Thank you, Ms. Acton. Assistant Principal, Ms. Johnson.
I have nothing other than if you have any questions on the board report, just a quick shout out, just announced today our 7th grade is first seed for a county tournament. So we're really, really excited. I think we have a great group of 7th and 8th grade girls. So I'm really excited to see this next week.
Thank you. Technology, Mr. Richardson.
I have nothing to add unless anybody has any questions for me.
Mr. Wolf was not able to be here tonight. Mr. Siddons.
I don't have anything unless somebody's got something they need from me, so.
Thank you, Mr. Siddons. Agenda item 8, I need a motion to go into closed session to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, employee discipline, student discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body at 5:47 PM.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Motion by Lynn, seconded by Woodard to enter closed session at 5:47 PM. Hicks?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Woodard?
Yes.
Hart? Yeah. Motion carried. Roll call vote.
Might be your own.
Need a motion to reopen open session at 6:46 PM.
Make a motion. Second.
Roll call.
Motion by Woodard, seconded by Lynn, to re-enter open session at 6:46 PM. Lynn?
Yes.
Ludwig?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Woodard?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Hicks?
Yes.
Motion carried, roll call vote 3.
Agenda item 9, old business, new camera system at OHS.
Just, I know Chris put in part of his report. We're still in the process of getting bids and taking a look at what those will be. And I'm probably just going to keep it on the agenda until we throw it out to you to make a decision on what you want to do moving forward.
I've got two, I did my last walkthrough this morning. He thinks next week we'll have a quote, and I should be getting the other one from the one I got. I walked through it last week, sometime soon, hopefully. So hopefully by next month I'll have all 3 quotes in my board packet for you guys.
Thank you. Any further discussion on that? Okay. Agenda item 10, consideration action. Agenda item 10A, we have a motion to hire Parker Lee as assistant boys basketball coach at OHS.
So we had an opening for a assistant basketball position, and Parker Lee applied, and I interviewed him a couple weeks ago. And I recommend him as an assistant basketball coach. Nice.
Do I have a motion to approve Parker Lee as the assistant boys basketball coach as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Motion by Ludwig, seconded by Lynn, to approve Parker Lee employment as presented. Ludwig?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Woodard?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Hicks?
Yes.
Lynn?
Yes.
Motion carried, roll call vote 4.
Agenda item 10B, we have a recommendation to approve the recommended updates to the Press Plus policy manual.
So the June Press Plus had Title IX updates, which anybody that's administrator has been going through training on Title IX. That's one of those things that we didn't use the updated policy manual that IASB does for, the School Board Association does for districts online. They just make those changes online on your policies. That was actually something that I wasn't aware of that was supposed to be approved by this month. Obviously, you need to set on that for a month and then make a decision. I just wanted to make sure that the way I handled it for Oakwood was appropriate versus what we used to do at my old district. So my suggestion is going to be that we make those changes in the board policy manual to reflect that new change for Title IX, and it's just basically wording. We will put that in the public folder for the public to have a viewing on from now until next month, and then next month I'll ask the board to approve that.
So for tonight, we'll be tabling that then, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Agenda item 10C, we have a recommendation to apply for the school maintenance grant.
As I stated earlier, the maintenance grant just came available this month. We're going to have to make a decision before August to apply for it. It's my recommendation to the board to take the free $50,000 that the state's willing to give us. Obviously, that's a matching grant. So if we apply for it and we apply for all $50,000, we would have to use $50,000 in district funds to match that. It is my recommendation that where we are with what we're going to need to do to roofs, even if it's just downspouts and everything else, that we apply for that grant and use it towards what the work we're going to need to do on the roofs.
Do I have a motion to approve the school maintenance grant application as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? I have one point of clarification. The school maintenance grant, is this the one where we have to say what it's going to go for?
Yes.
Okay, so we would just say for
For
roofing
yeah,
project.
roof
or-
repair. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call.
A motion by Hicks, seconded by Woodard to approve for the application for the school maintenance grant as presented. Smith,
Yes.
Woodard,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Ludwig.
Yes.
Motion carried by roll call vote 5.
Agenda item 11, new business for discussion. It is the hiring of a dedicated transportation maintenance grounds and custodial substitute.
So we, as everybody knows, we are short of bus drivers and we are short of custodians. In my opinion, the district needs somebody available on a daily basis to fill in for those positions. We use a dedicated sub in the buildings now to sub for teachers because of that need. I think we need the same need at the district office. I mean, we still are struggling to find a night custodian at the high school. We are still struggling to fill all our bus routes. And I just think it makes a lot of sense to have someone at the district office that we can put wherever we need. We have continued to obviously fill the need of extra mowing and keeping somebody at Newtown and the high school and the grade school and even the district office as far as grounds are concerned. I just think having a full-time sub here to be used as needed makes a lot of sense for the district. I mean, even just the grounds alone, we can't stay up on. And I realize that we're getting more towards winter now and that we're not going to be doing the mowing, but if we have any kind of winter with snow removal, having that person available is not going to hurt. Anytime we get in a jam with the buildings, like I said, I know the high school still, we've got an issue with a night custodian. Just being able to go over and take care of any kind of overload makes a ton of sense to me. I think John is really stretched at this point, and having someone available on a full-time basis to plug those slots just makes a lot of sense to me. So I think for the November agenda, unless the board wants to shoot that idea down right now, I will have an action item to hire a full-time sub that's posted at the district office to be used as a full-time sub for transportation, for anything that needs to be done grounds-wise, and for plugging holes with the custodians. That's all, unless you have questions for me.
How far along in this? Do we have like a job description yet? Or
There was a job description sent to you. My first attempt at the job description was sent to you in the board packet.
okay, so that should be.
That
in
was
there.
my first attempt to get the board packet to you, but I think I finally got that job accomplished.
Okay, I didn't see that one yet. I think that's probably the one that popped up today. Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay. Any further discussion on this? Bring it back next month and we'll vote
I
on
have no problem with it.
it. Okay.
No problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring it back next month for consideration.
Thank you.
We have a motion to adjourn at 6:55 p.m. Our next regular board meeting will be Wednesday, November 20th at 5:30 p.m.
So moved. That's going to give somebody else a chance.
Who's my second?
Roll call.
Motion by Lynn, seconded by Hart to adjourn at 6:55 p.m. Woodard,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Hicks,
Yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Motion carried by roll call vote 6.
I couldn't remember.